Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm out with the GoPro Hero 13 against the Action 5 Pro, and in many ways this is the time to decide if I'm gonna keep the Hero 13 or not. The Action 5 Pro and the Action 4 on all DJI camera is actually what I use most because they're the most reliable camera you can use. Some people are a little bit disappointed with the image quality on the Action 5 Pro. It looks too HDR looky. And I can agree with that. Sometimes it doesn't look the absolute best, but it can record in 4K, you have 10-bit and you also have high bitrate. The Hero 13 has 5.3K, which is fantastic of course. And the image quality is really good if you got the right lighting condition. These two cameras are set to exactly the same setting. We have 5.3K and 4K. Auto white balance, ISO is set to 100 to 800, linear on the Hero 13 and standard D-warp on the Action 5 Pro, and sharpness is set to low on GoPro and -2 on the Action 5 Pro. But action camera can be used for many things, and a lot of people that are using action camera are actually using them also in bad lighting conditions. And then the GoPro is completely useless. As soon as the sun sets, you can't use that camera. You need a lot of light. And of course the sensor side on the Action 5 Pro is much bigger. So in many ways GoPro has done all the worst things they can do with the Hero 13. It's not an update at all to the Hero 12 and Hero 11 or even Hero 10. The same processor on that camera. Yes, they did improve the battery life, they did improve the overheating, and you can buy a bunch of accessories to get the camera to look different with options to put on the lenses, but I don't see the point of that at all. For me, the most important thing using an action camera is to go out and shoot and have the best possible image quality. You have 10-bit on board camera, which is fantastic, and like I said, GoPro looks fantastic as soon as you have really good lighting condition. But that's not the case here in Norway where I live. Usually we have pretty bad lighting conditions, so I need a camera that can function in both scenes, in good lighting and also bad lighting conditions. So for me, the choice is really easy between these two. The Action 5 Pro is my favorite action camera. And you also have Ace Pro and Ace Pro 2, of course, which also is a better choice, in my opinion, over the GoPro Hero 13. But I'm going to do a test today. I'm going to film a little bit, and we're going to do some vlogging and walking, and just want to see if the GoPro can produce good image quality. Like I said, this is normal color profile, and in my opinion, the GoPro is way too contrasty for me. You can see all the texture in your face. It looks kind of strange, even in low sharpness. So that's the GoPro look. Some people like it, I don't like it. If you want the overall most normal colors, DJI is the way to go. That's my opinion. But we're gonna walk a little bit. It's really cold, it's -5 degrees. And just see which camera produces the best image quality. I'm not gonna do too much changes in the setting, maybe the field of view. And maybe shoot a little bit in the flat color profile and see what produces the best image quality. So let's walk a little bit. It's extremely cold. I'm sitting on a log here and I'm freezing my ass off. So we need to get going. So let's do that. Sun is in my face. So what do you think about the log profile on these two cameras? Can you see a massive difference? You have 5.3K on GoPro. It looks way flatter than the D-log on the Action 5 Pro. But is it easy to grade? I don't know. And do you have a big advantage with the log profile? Many people are using the Action 4 and Action 5 Pro in D-Log because you get rid of that HDR look. It looks kind of good actually, and it's pretty easy to grade. I never grade GoPro or GP log footage before. We will see how difficult it is. But is this a look that looks good, and which of the cameras has the best overall image quality after grading it? Like I said in the intro, this is make it or break it for GoPro, because I still have a window to return the camera. But I also want to say, people are criticizing me for being a DJI fan, and that's the reason. It's quite simple for me, because the cameras are so good, and that's the reason why I'm like them so much. That's the only reason actually. If it was a crappy camera, I would say it, but it isn't. And DJI is constantly updating the camera. The camera is 3 months old now, and we already had 3 updates. GoPro seems to be stuck in a loop. I don't know, it seems to be lacking innovative thoughts at all, and they seem to be stuck, and that's kind of sad actually, because GoPro is a must in my opinion in the action camera market. They started this and we need them, of course, but I don't want to keep a camera that is not good. But what do you think about the log profile? I'm going to change to the normal color profile so we can see what you think. Like I said, it's much easier to grade the Action 5 footage over the GoPro footage. That's my opinion, but I need to see if I can find a lot to slap on it and do some adjusting. And of course white balance is set to auto today, just because it's changing all the time, and I just want to see which of these 2 cameras that adjust best, you can say that. So what do you think? It's really nice today, and it's gonna start to snow a little bit later today, and that's also really nice. So let's keep going and change some settings. This is wide, by the way, on both cameras. We are back to normal color profile, 5.3K on GoPro and 4K on Dji Action 5 Pro in wide. It's gonna be really fun to see the footage today. It's a really nice day. It's really cold, -5 now, and it just started to snow a little bit. Like I said in the intro, this is decision day if I'm gonna keep the GoPro Hero 13 or not. I still have a window to return it. But I'm not quite sure yet. I want to see this footage and then make up a decision. Yeah, I'm leaning against the Action 5 Pro, and the reason, like I said also in the intro, is that I like the more normal color you have from DJI, and DJI is constantly updating the firmware. GoPro is lacking there. And for me, it hasn't been enough innovation with GoPro. That's also really important for me. We still have the same processor, we still have the same sensor size since GoPro Hero 10. So I can't see any innovation. That's kind of sad if you ask me. DJI has a much bigger sensor, but they are still innovating the cameras and just making it better with each and every update. But of course, it's all about preference. What look do you like? GoPro has a GoPro look, and DJI has a DJI look. That's just the way it is. And many people are not satisfied with the Action 5 Pro look, with that HDR over processing, and I do agree. They need to tone it down a little bit, or give us an option to adjust it. But both camera can record in 10-bit, which is fantastic. And like I said also in the intro, sometimes you get fantastic footage from GoPro cameras and sometimes you don't. In low light, the GoPro Hero 13 is completely useless. But of course an action camera isn't a low light camera. But remember this is really important. A lot of people are using this camera as a camera, and that means that they're using it in all conditions, even in low light. We will probably never get perfect low light footage from a small action camera, but seeing DJI and Insta360 giving us options and putting in processing power to utilize the most they can from the camera is really important, and that shows us that they are trying to do something. GoPro isn't even trying. You have bigger resolutions on the Hero 13 than the Action 5 Pro, and that's good. But again, you probably can't see it. If you zoom in quite a lot, you can probably see some more details in the GoPro footage, but it completely falls apart as soon as the lighting condition isn't good. So, and you have that, like I said, kind of strange GoPro look, and you can probably see it in my skin tones. It's way too contrasty, and DJI is leaning more towards the red that sometimes also look really bad. But overall for me it's all about preference and what kind of look you like. And just remember, you can criticize me as much as you like, I don't mind, that's fine. But remember this, I'm using my own money to buy these cameras, and that's really important. And I just want to show people when I'm doing reviews and tests, it's all natural. Yeah, so it's time for me to wrap it up. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy videos like this. This is not over polished review. This is just straight out of the camera, which 90% of people are using the camera for. You can adjust it, you can use log profile, you can tweak the settings, but most people are using the cameras like this. So this is what you normally will see if you use the cameras. And an action camera is meant for capturing things quick. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumb up and of course subscribe. I'm gonna make a bunch of videos and have fun. That's the way I do it. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.